Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here with another response/rant video for all of you guys, and well, I guess if you have tuned into, of course, the previous one that I did over an hour ago for sure, I've already got out my latest one, pretty much right around, pretty much an hour later, as expected for sure, So yeah, like I said, I'm delivering what I promise and giving you guys 2 rant videos all in one for sure to really help even things out pretty much on this channel for sure. So yeah, now if you may recall pretty much earlier I talked about in the previous video about pretty much my first impressions on, of course, the new Trackmaster motorized Thomas range we're going to be getting later this year, and well, I want to follow that up with, of course, another piece of Thomas merchandise that I want to talk about for sure. And I did mention that, of course, one of my videos that I did over a month ago for sure, but I want to dedicate pretty much a whole entire video on its own for sure, and of course, we're going to be diving back into, of course, pretty much some more Thomas & Friends merchandise, but this time around, we're actually diving back into Bachmann for sure, so yeah, if you couldn't tell, we're going to be talking about pretty much the stuff that's gone down with, of course, Bachmann trains for sure with their Thomas & Friends range that they revealed at the New York Toy Fest, at the New York Toy Fair that happened not too long ago, but moreover, we're not going to be talking about everything that they're going to be putting out in general for sure. Oh no. We're actually going to be talking about the Bachmann Thomas 80th anniversary saga that they have confirmed for sure, because, well, there was a lot for me to talk about for sure, and well, luckily enough, we did get some images that I did manage to find on Twitter not too long ago, where they actually revealed pictures and stuff of the official prototype for what the set is gonna be like for sure. So yeah, that's actually really great news by far, and I do have pretty much those pictures up on Twitter, pretty much up on my computer to look over for myself and give to all of you guys, and don't worry, I'll share pretty much all of the hang pretty much on here for sure. And well, I guess pretty much of anything to look over, of course, what I'm actually seeing by far, based on my first impressions, honestly, to me, I think it actually does look really good for sure. I think pretty much from what I've actually seen, based on, of course, the catalog image that we got beforehand for sure, looks like they're delivering quite well, of course, what they're actually going to be in for, hands down for sure, and to me, I think there is a lot of strong hope from what I've actually seen, like of course, for stars for Thomas, from what I've actually seen. I think he actually does look really good for sure. Yeah, I think pretty much if anything, he still retains, of course, what the previous Bachmann Thomas models did for sure, and moreover, they did manage to pretty much give pretty much Thomas great buffers and a great coupler for sure. Again, just to retain, of course, how he actually looks in the illustration of course, the original Railway series books, and And to me, I actually do think it actually does look pretty good, hands down. I think it's delivering, of course, what it's actually going to be giving us, hands down, for sure. And I really do think there is something of value to it that I really do think that there is a lot of strong hope by far. So yeah, right now I think based on the prototype image from what I'm actually seeing, the paint of course the buffers is pretty much a little chewed off from what I've actually seen, but hey, I'm sure they'll be fully painted by the time the final version actually does get released, hands down, but from what I'm actually seeing up close, it actually does look quite nice for sure. Even the one on his side actually still looks pretty good, slightly bigger compared to, of course, the previous ones for sure. But it still actually does look really promising for sure. And yeah, I guess with everything else from what I've actually seen, with, of course, detailing and stuff they actually put into it, I think it actually does look good, hands down. So yeah. But, of course, the one thing I need to address is that a lot of people have been complaining when it comes to the Bachmann Thomas for sure, is that they pretty much, Bachmann never found the time to actually pretty much change up Thomas's face for sure, to which, really? Is that really a big issue by far? I mean, because, yeah, let me tell you, I think I'm looking back on, of course, pretty much on my Bachmann Thomas that I have for many years, and to me, I don't see anything wrong with Thomas's face for sure. I think it still actually looks pretty good to me, so why bother complaining about it, hands down? I think that's something pretty much, that is actually something that Bachmann actually got a ton of praise for pretty much when they first started releasing these models for sure. And yeah, I think they actually did stuck with that since then for sure. And honestly, I don't see the big issue when it comes to Thomas's face. I still think it actually looks good to me, hands down. I mean, sure, they're taking some stuff from, of course, the old, pretty much 2D Thomas illustrations that they use for promotional images and stuff, especially when it comes to the early days when the show was released onto VHS and DVD for sure. But I still think it actually still looks good, in my opinion, and I still think they actually did a fine job with it regardless, so I don't get why a lot of people are complaining about it, hands down. I think it looks alright to me, so yeah, but I guess the one thing I do notice that Bachmann did make some alterations for would probably have to be, as a good example, my Bachmann Thomas with speed activating sound that Trainboy54 sent to me well over a year ago, and yeah, it actually looks pretty much the same to me, to which the only major difference from what I'm actually seeing is basically the changing eyebrows for sure, so yeah. Honestly, to me, I actually don't mind the change in the eyebrows when it comes to the Bachmann Thomas for sure. I do think this is actually one impressive change for sure, and well, if you actually look at these two models side by side, I think it actually makes one hell of a difference in its entirety, so I don't see any reason on why a lot of people are complaining about Thomas's face, hands down. I still think it looks good in my opinion, so you people might be insane for saying that for sure, so yeah, but I guess regardless on that front, I don't see anything wrong with Thomas's face, hands down. In fact, I do remember, I think right around yesterday, by the time I'm recording this video, is that one of my, when I was with one of my ComHap workers and we were looking this over, and I brought that up pretty much over to him, he actually agreed with me, hands down, and he doesn't see anything wrong with it, hands down. It looks alright, pretty much to him, and yeah, I do think that's pretty much what I think, hands down. I don't see anything wrong with that from what I've actually seen. I do think Thomas's face actually looks okay to me, and if that's something that Bachmann is going to stick with for the time being while focusing on other models that they need to release, hands down, it appears to be okay. of course, that front. And besides, there's plenty of other modelers out there that have crafted a new face for Thomas by far, so probably best to leave it at that, hands down, so. But yeah, I think it's I can't say, of course, that front. But regardless, Thomas for that set from what I'm actually seeing actually does look pretty good for sure. It's still the same model as they did with the previous, pretty much the previous ones they did, whether it be on his own or with other sets for sure. But still actually pretty much changing up a bit to actually making pretty much very creative just for this set. And I do think this is actually very nicely done for sure. I really do think there pretty much there's a lot of hope on, of course, that front. Now for the rest of the set, well, of course, pretty much as expected, pretty much in regards to the set, pretty much they did say that it'll come directly with a plank wagon, a ventilated van, and an exclusive 16-ton brake van. That's only exclusive to this set, and again, from what I'm actually seeing, based on, of course, pretty much my first impressions, based on the images that I found on Twitter, I actually do think those pieces of rolling stock that they have listed actually do look pretty good, hands down. I really do think pretty much it really does provide, of course, what it's actually going to be giving to us, hands down, and still retaining, of course, some of the unique ideas and features they want to add in for, of course, this saga, hands down, for sure. And again, still retaining, of course, on how pretty much the illustration in Thomas's book in the Railway series is supposed to be played out, for sure. So yeah, I guess to me those pieces of rolling stock, I will have to say, actually do look really good for sure. I think they're going to be great additions to that, hands down. So yeah, that's pretty much what I could say, of course, that front, hands down. And yeah, I don't see anything wrong with, of course, all those. I really do think they're actually pretty much looking really impressive from what I've actually seen. And I do think there is something of value that we can actually find with, of course, this one. So yeah, I really do think it's what I can say, of course, that front. Now, I guess in regards to the box for that Sega set, holy crap! Yeah, I will have to say, it looks great from what I'm actually seeing by far. Again, pretty much of anything from what I'm actually seeing, it's actually going to deliver quite well, of course, what pretty much on what it's advertising. Of course, the new Bachmann Trains catalog that we got not too long ago, hands down. And seeing the box itself for this set on its own, I really do think it actually does look very nice, hands down. And I really do think there is actually going to be a whole lot of potential for, of course, this one, hands down. So yeah. But of course, we still have yet to see the whole thing all together, right? Until some things will get finalized, right? Until it'll actually get released, hands down. But based on my first impressions from what I'm seeing, the box for that set actually looks pretty great, hands down. Like, I really do think it is going to deliver well on what's going to be promising to us, hands down. So yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, based on my first impressions alone, I really do think this set actually does look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, and I do think there's a whole lot of potential, of course, this one that I can really get behind, hands down. So yeah. And I guess either way, much like all the other stuff that we're going to be getting from Bachmann Trains later on down the road when it comes to their Thomas & Friends range, I actually do want this set to actually succeed for sure, and see how they're only releasing it exclusively for the 80th anniversary for this year, hands down. Maybe now is the right time to finally get ourselves in, to finally get this set for ourselves, hands down. So yeah. I'm really excited for it all the way. I really do think they're actually going to bring in something really great for, of course, this one. Now, the one thing we need to bear in mind is that based on the pictures and stuff that we've actually got not too long ago for sure, they're just only prototypes as we speak. We still got a long ways to go to see Bachmann get everything finalized for when they'll actually release them, hands down. As a month's play of the other Thomas models that they've put out for sure, they really want to really perfect them as much as they can to really make them all the more great, hands down. And I do think that's what really matters on, of course, that front, hands down. So yeah. I guess we're going to be expecting some massive changes down the road right up until its release date comes around. But the prototype images from what we're actually seeing, or the pictures of course, the prototypes of themselves, actually has a whole lot of promise for sure. And I guess with what I said earlier, with some people complaining about certain aspects, honestly, to me, looking them over, there's nothing wrong with them, hands down. I do think they look okay to me, so yeah. And of course, yeah, I think I know, hands down, when it comes to changes, yeah, I think we should probably expect that, hands down, and yeah, I think I know not everything from what we're seeing based on the prototypes are going to be incorporated in for the final versions, hands down. There need to be some massive changes all the way for sure. I think it's kind of like pretty much, for example, of course, pretty much a new movie that we want to go see, hands down. Sure, I think we're really excited to see it, and we need to bear one thing in mind, is that not everything have to pretty much not everything they've actually worked on goes into the final product of course, the movie itself, hands down. So yeah, and of course, if you are noticing pretty much the movie's DVD and Blu-ray releases, they actually include stuff in the bonus features, like of course deleted scenes, alternate scenes, and plenty of other stuff for sure. And there is actually a good reason on why they actually add those in. It's mainly because the movies have actually gone through massive test screens, and it would help determine what needs to be kept in and what could be cut out right before the film's release, hands down. So yeah, that's just a good example, of course, of what I actually mean, and I can make the same argument for, of course, pretty much the Bachmann Thomas models that we've got back then, and what we're getting now, hands down. Right now, they're just only prototype models as we speak, so maybe we'll be expecting some changes later on down the road, right before they actually approve the final version and actually get it released, hands down. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of hard work, yes, but hopefully it will pay off in the end, hands down, so yeah. But I guess either way, despite, of course, what Bachmann is currently doing, hands down, I know I'm not going to stop collecting their Thomas models anytime soon. Can they be expensive? Yeah, pretty much. But I do think what really matters is that Bachmann's intention when he actually set foot on, of course, pretty much putting together their Thomas and Friends range, is that they really want to make it the best that they can to help please the fans for sure. That's something they've actually kept on doing ever since they first started out, and that's what they're doing now, hands down. So yeah, regardless on what direction they're going to be going, hands down, I know, hands down, that I will love the Bachmann Thomas and Friends range for what it is, whether it be for a better or for worse, hands down. So yeah, are there going to be some issues? Yeah, pretty much. Are there going to be some changes? Also, yes, hands down. So yeah, but I think what really matters is that their door is always open to bringing something new and creative while still keeping the range alive, hands down. And I guess in regards to the set that we're going to be getting, hands down, there is a lot of hope for, of course, that one, and I'm really excited to see on how it will do for sure. So yeah, it'll be hard to say on how it's going to fare up once it's actually released, hands down, but I'm really excited for it all the way, and I do want it to actually succeed very well. So yeah. We will await word on when exactly the set will be out for the time being for sure, but I'm really excited for it, hands down, and saying, I guess, if anything, to answer the question, yes, I would definitely love to pick up that set once it actually does come out for sure. And yeah, I think there might be some potential that I might talk about it in a future episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup, later on down the road for sure. So yeah, and of course, I know a lot of you guys may be wondering, well, Ackley, if you actually think that, maybe I guess has another question. If you're ever given the opportunity, would Bachmann actually get in touch with you to actually send you the set itself, so that way you can do a video on that as like some sort of sponsor deal or something? Well, I'd love to, hands down, to which, I guess to be honest, I never actually met the people of Bachmann Trains as of recently, nor even got in touch with them, hands down. But if they do get in contact with me and ask me, hey, we really like what you're doing on your channel, would you like to pretty much have us send you the Bachmann Thomas 80th anniversary set for you to talk about in a future video? Yeah, if they ever get in contact with me for that, I would love to, hands down. So yeah, it's probably going to be a lot to go through, especially going through massive negotiations with, of course, the people at Bachmann Trains, hands down. But if I'm ever given the opportunity, I would love to do that for them, hands down. So yeah, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Maybe it might happen, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. But I think what really matters is that I know my hype is still strong for, of course, this set, amongst plenty of others as part of the Thomas and Friends range. So we're going to be getting hands out, and yeah, when the time comes, I would love to pick those up, hands down, as they'll be a really great addition to my collection, and I'll hopefully talk about them for future videos and stuff, hands down. So yeah, but until then, we're going to leave that for the future to decide on that one. But then again, up until then, with what I'm seeing based on my first impressions from the images alone, I know there's going to be a lot of hype, hands down, and I'm looking forward to the day on when exactly it's going to be released, hands down. So I think it's going to be well worth it in the end. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, let me know in the comments down below on what you think of course, of what we're seeing with the Thomas 80th anniversary set that Bachmann Trains is releasing, and what your first impressions are, hands down. I would love to know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and well, I guess I got a lot more going on as we speak, and I've got a lot of things going on, and on top of that, I gotta get myself prepped up for a Syracuse Collectors Con coming up later this month, so that's gonna be a lot of fun to actually get going for sure. So I'll be sure to let you guys know later on down the road, but until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.